Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 16. And it says to rejoice evermore. And I'm going to repeat that. Rejoice evermore. Why do we rejoice? We rejoice because we are filled with joy. When we are overcome with happiness at our circumstances, we are filled with joy. As believers in Jesus Christ, we are filled with joy because not only have we been set free from the sin today, we are anticipating our Savior's return. Therefore, our rejoicing would not last just for a day. It would continue on forevermore and evermore. We got to rejoice. Not only should we do it during the happy times, but rejoice, find joy in our sorrow. We need to also find joy in our lessons, in our corrections, because it's all going to keep us on the straight and narrow path. It's going to end us up in the promised land in heaven, that we can rejoice forevermore. Every tear and every pain that we have is for no, if it's not for no reason. There's always going to be a reason in it. And even though when we go through these things, it's very tough and very hard to find the reasoning, to find the understanding, to find the joy. Because most of those things, there's nothing joyous about it at all. There's nothing to be joyful about losing your house. There's nothing joyful about losing your kid or losing your spouse or your parent. There is nothing joyful about getting a death sentence of sickness. Whether it's in yourself or somebody you know, there is no joy in losing everything that you once had or everything that you once came to know. Not when you're going through it. But there's one thing that you can bet. There is joy in knowing that you have God to get you through it. So when it's hard to find joy and to be able to rejoice through certain things, the one joy that you know rings true through all that is that there is joy in knowing that you have God. That God is going to be with you. There's going to be so many things that you cannot handle. And like everybody likes to say, and I know I have said it too, I have learned differently, that God does not give you more than you can handle, which turns out to be a lie, because that means that you can do almost all kinds of things. But it turns out, no, that's putting your trust in yourself. And you need to put your trust in God. Yes, God's going to allow you to go through things that you cannot handle, things that seem impossible, things that you cannot conquer, because He wants you to come to Him. He wants you to seek Him. He wants you to have Him help you through it. And that is the purpose of going through such things, is to go to Him for comfort, go to Him for peace, go to Him for help. He wants you to come to Him and to seek Him. That is the whole point of that. So no, it is not truth where they say that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. He allows you to go through things that is too tough for you, so that you would seek Him, go to Him, and together y'all can make it through. But saying that you have the power to overcome any and everything by yourself is maybe the reason why so many people never make it through the situations that they make it through. Because you cannot do it alone. You wasn't made to do it alone. You don't have the power to do those things yourself. That's why a lot of people go into depression. They get anxiety because the stress and the overload. And they wonder why things just keep getting worse and worse. And they're living in this selfness of doubt. And they're living in this negativity and sorrow. And then when you stay in there, in that circle, you get into that circle that you not quite can get out. It makes it almost impossible. That's why you got to start seeing and rejoice in those things and find joy in it. To start breaking that circle. Get out of that cycle. Overcome it. Find it out. What you're supposed to seek in there. What lesson you were supposed to learn. What you were supposed to overcome. Because that is the whole point. That's why you are to seek God. Find it all in Him. He will give it to you. He'll give you the answers. He'll be there with you in your sorrow. He'll be there with you in your pain. He doesn't want you to go through these things alone. You was never meant to go through these things alone. You was meant to always come and seek Him. There will never, actually never ever be peace on this earth. Even though everybody keeps preaching that. And they say that Jesus come to bring you peace. No, Jesus is the peace. He didn't come to bring you peace. He is the peace. You have peace in knowing that you have Him. For as long as the devil rose to and fro on this earth, there would never be no peace. Because he come to destroy it. He come to kill it. He come to steal. So how can there be any peace from a person that's roaming this earth that has come to kill and to destroy? There's no peace in any of that. But there is peace in God. He gives you that peace of mind. He gives you that comfort. He gives you that joy. And you can always come to Him. No matter what you're doing. No matter what you're going through. And if you don't think that you can hear Him, that you don't think He's talking to Him, this book, He will speak to you through these words. He's always talking to you. You can always hear His voice. You can always hear what He is trying to tell you. Even if you don't think it and you just have this mindset, oh, I don't think He's answering my prayers. He always hears your prayers. He hears every prayer. A lot of people think that He doesn't choose to answer, but, you know, if it's God's will, if He answers them, but you can always hear Him speaking to you. Just pick up this book and start reading it. Say a prayer before you read it. Give me guidance. Give me understanding. Lord, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to speak to me? What is it that my heart needs to hear? What is it that my mind needs to understand? God, show me the joy because I can't find none. I can't understand. And you're not supposed to understand. That's why I keep saying over and over again in the scriptures, do not lean on your own understanding. God has a reason. We can't see the beginning and end, but God can. And just because you can't see your way out of that situation at this moment, you can't understand how you're going to overcome, how you're going to make it surpass that, whatever is going on in your life, God can. God can. Life is not over until God has come or until you have died. So there's always going to be something. And honey, if you're walking with God, you best believe the devil's going to keep on trying to get you to stumble. Keep on throwing things at you. It's not going to be easy. You're always going to have suffering. This road is not an easy road. It may be straight and narrow, but it's not an easy road. Just because it's, you know, it's narrow for a reason, it's easy to get off this road. It's very narrow. And if you don't keep your eyes open and on Jesus, you can veer off the path. You can start walking a little bit sideways. Your line can start going just a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. That's why you got to keep your eyes on Jesus. Be like Peter. When Jesus sit there and told him, he says, keep your eyes on me. What little faith do you have? So he took his eyes off Jesus and he started sinking. Stay focused. It is hard. It's not going to be easy. And nobody says you're going to find it right away. And it may take you some time to get there. But God will help you through. He will hug you. He will comfort you. More ways